Hi, early childhood team. Great job on your exams. Wow, that was exciting. I just heard back from a bunch of teachers, and you guys did wonderfully. Wonderful job. Early birds and rise above. What I want to do in this video, team, is I want to just highlight some things and look at some score reports, and just I want to point out some things that I noticed, and I want to give you a heads up on what I think is to come. Okay, so first, I want to look at some of the scores of teachers that sent some things in that did very well. This is a teacher that just went to the Rise Above team. She did great. Look at these scores. This is a very good score report. This teacher nailed, look at those sections in content. Usually the content area is one of the harder areas on the early childhood exams. It's very hard to score in the threes or above. And this teacher in math and in history and social science, they scored in the fours. Can you see that? So they did a great job. So that is good. And look at the essays too. Look at those essays over there. There's a 4 in the social history and social science area and a 3 in the math. And that is very hard to do. So why am I showing you this? It wasn't just this teacher. A lot of teachers got these scores. And what it means when you start seeing 3s and 4s, like this teacher got several 3s and 4s. Here's another teacher, again, a different combination, but getting 3s and 4s. Look, they got a 4 in their math essay, okay? What it means is that what we did in the class helped, is working, is in the right direction, yes? Can you see that? 3s and 4s. And what that means is if you didn't pass, what you might need to do is just go back, take a second look, review, okay? Because definitely it's moving in the right direction. Usually when there's a new exam, I mean, the first few times you take it, it's tough. It's rough, okay? And what you're seeing with these scores is that teachers were able to get the new direction of the test, okay? Both on the essays as well as the multiple choice. And that is the right direction. So if you're a teacher that tested, and you didn't like this, here's another teacher. This is a teacher that just missed it by 1 point. Well, you're close. In fact, this teacher is extremely close. But what I'm trying to say is you're in the right direction. You just got to practice it and push it a little bit more, okay? Because what we were doing in the class really helped teachers. Now, I want to point something out with this one right here. Second thing I want to point out. Look at this score. And this is a 239. Now, in this state, Massachusetts, 230, you got to get 240 to pass. So this teacher is 1 question away from passing. Look at where their scores are. They got 4 3s and 2 2s. And if you look at these others here, you're going to see there's a lot more 4s going down, a lot more 4s, right? This teacher's got a couple 3 4s, 2 2s. 3 4s, 2 3s, and 1 2. And this teacher here, they have, 3 4s, 3 3s, so they did very good. So what I want to point out with this one here is, okay, is that it looks like based off this score, in order to pass, you're going to need to get at least a little bit more. You're going to have to get at least almost all 3s. That's what I'm seeing here. In order to pass, in order to get above the 239, you're going to have to get at least all 3s, at least, maybe a 4. But even still, this teacher could pass. This teacher could pass by just bumping up some of these here. So when you go back and you review your notes and you're thinking about these things, try and identify those scenarios for yourself. This is all for yourself. Try and identify what you missed on the test, what concepts you were unfamiliar with, maybe in these content areas, because this teacher is just this far away from passing. They just need to clarify some of those concepts maybe. And when they take it again, it will be more familiar to them. This will be the second time they're taking the new test, so that's going to help. But this is definitely saying you got to clarify it a little bit more, and they're 1 question away from passing. So teachers that didn't pass, if you scored anywhere in the 230s or upper 220s, you did very well. Especially, this is a new exam. And if you're scoring in the upper 230s and 220s, you did very well. And it means you have to continually, we did some good things in the class that definitely helped.
You may need to go back and clarify and practice it a little bit more, okay? But you can do this. You can totally do this. The class really helped out teachers. You can I'm don't normally see this the first time we do a brand new class. When we do a brand new class, there's always a learning curve. It seemed that these two groups did very well, and so that means you're moving in the right direction. Don't give up. Okay, continue to push. You're a lot closer than you think. Now, here's the last thing I want to share. Everyone that took the classes right now, if you took the class in February, March, April, May, you are part of that new group that's testing. And what you took was a sort of a practice exam. Here it is right here, the slide. This is sort of you're taking this exam, and you have to realize something, okay? What everyone's been taking, and teachers did very well on this, was sort of a rough draft exam. And that exam is going to be tweaked. And when it's tweaked, okay, I'm sure as the graders look at these scores and they're like 3s and 4s, they might tweak it and they might tweak it a little harder. It's possible. It might get tweaked to be more challenging. Yes? Can you see that? And I think you need to be ready for that. Next time you test, you need to be ready for an even more challenging test, because I'm seeing a lot of 3s and 4s here, a lot more than I normally would see for teachers taking a test for the first time. And if you go back to this slide right here, okay, and you really look at your notes from the class, there's a lot of ideas, okay, that may or may not be match up with your exam. For example, here it says on this new exam here that you should have had 25 math questions, multiple choice math questions. Now, I don't know what your exam was like, but if you took the exam, you have to ask yourself, did you have 25 questions in math? I mean, were you bombarded by math after math after math after math? Because look at that right there. Let me raise myself up and highlight it. Can you see that right there? So let's say you didn't have a whole lot of math questions. Then you need to be ready for the next time you test for there to be a lot more math and maybe even harder math. Do you understand? Or maybe you're like, you know what, here, history, those I was supposed to have 21 history questions. And maybe you're like, yeah, I had a couple. You know, you have to be ready for that to change and get a little bit more challenging. And those essays, whatever those essays were, right? You have to be ready for that to evolve, okay? Because just as we're looking at these and saying, wow, you did amazing the first time around, you know, the graders of this test are looking at this too, okay? And they're going to make their tweaks. And you want to make sure you go back and you keep on looking at the big picture. Don't get stuck on don't get fixated on the stuff on just a few ideas. You want to look at the big picture, because when tweaks are made, they could go back and you could get you could get a lot of challenging new ideas. In fact, the next time you test, it could feel like a totally different exam, okay? Because there's a lot of ideas here that may have been underrepresented on the test that you took. You could have another test and it could emphasize different areas of this exam. So I hope you're hearing me on this. Keep your studies broad. Remember, this is a multi-subject exam, meaning you're going to do lots of different areas and different content areas and different subject areas. So you want to make sure that you don't get stuck in any one area. Keep it broad. The next time you test, it could be a very different test, okay? And trying every time you test to learn, make a personal assessment of where you are with the content every time you do it, okay? Team, you did such a great job. I'm so happy for the team that just took those classes. You did great. If you enjoyed the class, I want you to share it with your friends, because we're doing a whole new round of these classes, and it's a totally new format that we're testing out. It's going to be a 9-hour, 30-day online class. It's all online, and it's going to be lessons like this. But it's something where teachers can go through the content and they can work through it at their own pace. And I think it's going to be very helpful.
But if you enjoyed the class, please share it with other teachers, because I think we had some great success with this last one. And I think that this is just going to make it a little bit more flexible for teachers to get the content over a 30-day window. It's still going to be the same content, still 9 hours of content, maybe some bonus videos thrown in there, but there's still the same core content, but it gives teachers a lot more time to work through it and a lot more flexibility to work through it. So please, if you like the class, team, please share it. And once again, team, great job. Early birds, rise above, great job. All right, team, please keep me posted on everything that's coming your way. And thank you so much for your wonderful participation. One more time, great job, teams. Great job. Everyone have a wonderful day, team. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and enjoy this time with your students. You only have 3 more weeks left, so make it count. Thanks, team. Bye-bye.